with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Hot like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, you're looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clubber D, the Combat G, and the sports professor. Yo, what up, friends? Welcome back to another edition of Ball and Blood. Yes, we are back for Clubber D, the Combat G's Combat Sports Special, UFC 322, Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev, and a little bit of boxing. Connor Benn versus Eubank. This is going to be an amazing show. My brother, how are you today, Clubber D, the Combat?
You know what? I'm happy that I think they're in Madison Square Garden. We're finally getting a good UFC card worth the money for all you thieves out there. Tune in and watch this card because we can go over it. It's pretty good. And they got a good fight going overseas in London at the Hospital Arena or whatever it is over there. That's going to be good too with Benn and Eubank. But yeah, I'm glad y'all tuned in. Like, and you just hopped in. Like, do a little peek, see what we're doing. Like our stuff. Get up out of here. Just do a little, hey, how you doing? Hit like and roll out. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Do a little like, a little peek. See, yes, we're still here. We still look good. Your mom still love us. Hit a like button and roll out or stay.
Please hit that like button. We got a bunch of people piling in. How do I sound now? Better?
No, you're better now.
Okay, perfect. All right, who we got in the comments? Big Rube. What's up? Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Shout out to you out there in Boricua land, Puerto Rico. I'll be out there in a couple of weeks. Wepa.
I might go out there. I got a couple of ex-wives that don't know me yet. I need to head out there and pay some child support on the kids we ain't got yet. You know what I'm saying? I got to hit up the Sheraton 4 Points, go to that casino, get some of those Miguel Cotto chips and Caguas. Yeah, I mean,
the casino, I love it. It's my favorite casino right there in my hometown of Caguas. It's just beautiful. Y'all check out Puerto Rico. Damn, people are pouring in. We really appreciate that. Look at the numbers stacking up. Please hit that like button. Whether watching now or on the replay, it is free to you, but invaluable to us. Really helps us in that algorithm. And as well, make sure you're subscribed at Ball and Buds, BALLAND. BUDS on YouTube. There's a handy QR code up there at the top. It will take you to our link tree. You can find all of our social medias, including Clubber D's YouTube, Clubber D, and we might possibly have a special this coming weekend on Millions. Possibly to be announced. Make sure you follow our Instagram at Ball and Buds because we may be live streaming the UFC this weekend, and it's going to be amazing if we do. So shout out to everybody. Lamar, our brother Dirty Mojo from Sunday Showdown. What's good, brother? How are you doing today? Everybody, make sure you tune out with Sunday Showdown. That is our football show every Sunday after the day games, before the night games, 7:15 Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. We will review all the games, give you our picks. Tonight, we will give you our picks for the Jets and Patriots as well. But first, we got to get that boxing and MMA news going. So first of all, let's go ahead and hit you want to hit the fan mailbag first? Or you want to save that for last?
Let's do the fan mailbag first. Some of the fans might be hopping in, hopping out. So let's get some of the mailbag, get that out the way.
All right, fantastic. So first mailbag question comes from Shades of Boxing out of Baltimore, Maryland. Shout out to B Moore out there. Is Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez fight still on?
Well, yeah, looks like it's going to be end of January. It's finally going to happen. You got the 135-pound champion, Shakur Stevenson, moving up to 140 to fight Teofimo, the racist
Ooh,
Lopez. Yes, I said it. I don't care.
hey,
But it looks like it's going to
I like
happen.
it too.
So I'm actually, it's a good fight. I'm proud to see Teofimo not you know ducking anybody and actually going to fight a good fight. So props to him.
Mm.
Props to Shakur making that step up and moving into that 140 division.
Yeah, there you go. And actually, it's funny because our next question is a Tank Davis legal
Oh, Lord.
issues question, asking if he's done or not. But actually, the funnier part about this question, because I see your shirt, is this person's from Buffalo.
Yeah.
So what you want to tell us more about your shirt you got on today?
Oh yeah, I'm representing West Side Gun. Okay, my man. Look here, WWE. You kick him out. Okay, this man does nothing but promote wrestling. If you look at any of
Nothing but
his
promote.
lyrics, all he does is talk about wrestling. His album covers, everything. He's
Yep.
always bigging
Yep.
up wrestling, even as his own wrestling federation, the Fourth Rope. And this man paid
Oh,
about
love the Fourth Rope.
$5,000 in travel, whatever, to get front row seats at Monday Night Raw just for y'all to kick him out.
That's
Y'all
horrible,
wrong.
man.
Y'all wrong for that. Y'all are wrong for that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, man, if you have somebody that supports your industry as much as he does, and he supports the WWE a lot by, again, speaking names out and all that in his songs, y'all should treat him a lot better. And you should know who he is, even if you want to say security guards like to say in that sort of situation, we don't know. We didn't know who he was. Come on now. His hometown, you know who
Now,
he is.
they
Come
know
on
it's an issue. So they said it's a certain person that's in the front office or backstage or whatever that I guess don't really rock with him like that. So whatever.
Not them
It's some
promo either, then, I
sucker
guess.
shit. It's some sucker shit.
Shout out Canteen. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it. My from the old Bottom Line Sports Show. Virgil Ortiz's next opponent is our next question. Shout out to End of Days from Austin, Texas, asking about Virgil Ortiz's next opponent.
Yeah, Virgil, he took out Lubin in the second round this past weekend on the zone. And
yes,
they had Boots. He came in the ring, Jerron Boots Edmonds. He came in the ring right after that. They did the little face-off talking about, are you going to sign the contract? I saw something fishy because when they were there, it was in Dallas at the Paul's, if necessary, Dickies Arena.
okay.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that's
Paul's
okay.
if necessary.
Wrong with that.
Yeah, just it's close. But I saw him arguing with Charlo, who is the king of that division, even though he hasn't fought in a while. He is the uncrowned king, or was crowned and not crowned anymore king. But he was going back and forth with Boots, doing whatever. And then Earl Spence was there also. Earl Spence is a Dallas guy as well as Virgil Ortiz. After the fight, everyone's like, this fight needs to happen. These two young lions, they're supposed to fight at 147. Never happened. Now they're at 154. They were face to face talking about, sign a contract, yada, yada, just for Virgil Ortiz to say, my dream fight is Earl Spence. No. Nobody wants to see that fight. Okay. Earl ain't fought since Bud Mollywotham. So we don't want to see that fight. And the zone already told Golden Boy, we're not backing that fight. So it better be Boots versus Virgil Ortiz next, or else I'm gonna get mad and do nothing.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I ain't got nothing else to add to that. That was exactly what should have been said about that. All right, let's move it on to our last fan mailbag question. This one is going to be a doozy. From Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. By the way, yesterday I interviewed a MMA fighter, Adarius Walls, from Memphis, Tennessee. So shout out to Adarius, 2-1 pro now after 3 fights. He's a newer to the pro ranks, and he's looking to continue fighting and get to the UFC. So look out for that interview tomorrow. I think I'm going to post that. So it's also on Millions. If you want to go check out Millions at Ball and Buds, interviews on there from different MMA and boxers. But anyways, comes from Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, shout out to Berserker. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis was called off, but now apparently there are talks for Jake Paul to fight former heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. Clubber D, we know how you feel about Jake Paul. How do you feel about this?
Joshua's made a lot of money. Jake Paul said in an interview a while ago that he would do a Joshua fight later down the line. And I always thought that was that fight's kind of see him get knocked out, to take his medicine, so to say, and have all the boxing critics and pundits and spectators that want to see him get murked in the ring by Anthony Joshua. I know with this Tank fight, with his legal situations, Tank's another story. But I know Andre Ward flirted the thing of, I'd fight Jake Paul, which I love to see. I love to see the SOG come back out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? He was one of my favorite fighters. He was in my top 5 at that time. But I guess he didn't sign the contract, or they didn't send one. I'm not sure that's that story. But Anthony Joshua, not only will that, I will say it right now, if he fights Anthony Joshua, I think more people will tune into that than the Mike Tyson fight. I'm almost positive, because Anthony Joshua, everybody knows who he is on the heavyweight division. Ex unified champion, almost undisputed champion, multiple time unified champion. So I think all of Great Britain, I think the whole world will want to see Anthony Joshua knock the mayonnaise out of Jake Paul. I think everybody will want to see that. Everybody wants to see knock all the LA looks out of his head. Just boom. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that fight, if they do have that fight, I think it'll be in Dallas Stadium or wherever the Cowboys play, somewhere of that size. It has to be. If it's in Miami, it's going to be where the Dolphins play. It's going to be a spectacle. And one thing, like it or love it, like it or hate with Jake Paul, I give him respect because he always platforms women on his undercard. You know what I'm saying? So he does the good deed and showing the boxing fans that women can fight, and puts on very good female boxing cards. So I will say that he'll at least showcase a couple of good female fights on that card, so all the eyes can see that fight. And then just like Taylor versus Serrano, it got all those views on Netflix. Everybody wanted to see that rematch. So that's one good thing I'll say that'll come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, as much as, and it's completely right for anyone to have the opinion, and I know it's happened a lot with you, for anyone to have that opinion, because I see obviously when you post online and people comment to your posts about how much of a joke it is, and we know obviously, like the writer said in our mailbag, thank you for shout out to Berserker, thank you for the question, that the people that watch this show know how you feel about it as well, being a spectacle, being a circus, whatever, which is completely right. So when is it okay for someone like, and this is my just follow-up question, a real boxer like Anthony Joshua or Gervonta Davis to start legitimizing this to the point where people might start to consider him a legitimate boxer, when a lot of people believe that he's not?
Well, I mean, it would, for Gervonta Davis, it was a lose-lose type situation. I mean, it's a win for them, for their pockets, but I mean, what's Jake Paul going to get out of that fighting somebody at 135 when you fight at like 200? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? And Gervonta Tank Davis is like, what is he, like 5'3", 5'4", and Jake Paul is probably 6 foot. So what's the point? Okay, this isn't Rocky Balboa going against Thunder Lips. Okay, so nobody really cares to see that. It's what not really. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see Muggsy Bogues fight Charles Barkley. Nobody wants to see that. So, with it being Joshua, now you're making Jake Paul the underdog. He is the David going against Goliath. And again, for Joshua, this doesn't really mean much for his legacy. It's more of him just beating a YouTuber's ass. So Jake Paul, he's good. He's good against lower level opposition because he has put the work in. He's been a couple years training, fighting, but against a seasoned, actual, real boxer, he's got to fight these guys that are MMA guys that are on the tail end of their careers. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see him against a real boxer. And Chavez, to me, everybody knows he's not a real boxer. Chavez was, doesn't do his dad proud. Ever since he quit against Danny Jacobs, I was like, man, what are you doing? It almost caused a riot. So that fight.
Now, when you're thinking about that, there's not much more trajectory then about someone like him who could have then coming in so late to the game and already being hated upon because of what he does on the outside with his social media presence and all that. So do you believe that the rest, that his ambitions rather to be, because obviously he talks about wanting to be a champion, that those are so far-fetched that they would never happen, or does he have a faraway chance?
It's really
or
going to be
something
on
like that.
the corruption of the belt committees.
Interesting.
That's what it's
Okay.
going to be. You know, he lives in Puerto
Yep.
Rico. WBC is based out of Puerto Rico.
Oh.
You know, Suleiman had flirted that we'll put him in the top 10. I forgot which fight it was. They put him in the top 10 in their rankings. That it's kind of like we'll probably talk about this next week with Skywalker and A6 Box and Papa Chuneo. It's kind of like how Ryan Garcia has been reinstated with the WBC, and they're thinking about putting him against Mario Barrios for a 147-pound WBC title, fight. And you're coming off a loss at 140. You're coming off being suspended for coming overweight and using PEDs. So why in God's name are you getting a title shot? It's because he's still a name and he still put asses in seats. So Jake Paul, if he can still do that, and at that cruiserweight or whatever division he's fighting at, and fighting these Johnny come latelys, they might rank him and have him fight somebody, because that's at least putting eyes and asses in seats. So they'll just kind of do it freaky that way. So that's the only way.
Right. And I love the segue that we're about to have from what you just said. But first, let's get some comments. Karita Lee.
Oh, Karita.
Good to see you again. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. You want to give her a shout out to her channel?
Oh, yeah. That's what's her channel?
Oh, I thought she had like a thing she was doing, like a.
Oh, she was.
Write
me on the side so I can tell it, Karita, because I don't know. That's what I've done Karita since elementary.
Boxing Kangaroo. What up, Carl?
Man.
Good day, fellas, he says. Let's go, Maddalena, Australia. I don't know why I just made him Spanish. Aussie. Oi. That's hilarious. I did.
Hey, he got for some reason. He got a chance to win. I'm going to say that. Before we get to the UFC, he has a chance.
Ooh, a little teaser.
And there will be a caveat on that one. It will be a caveat on that one. I would say that right now. That fight will have a caveat.
A little teaser. Shout out Bobby G, the tribal chief of podcasting. What up, my brother? How are you, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds and also hit that like button. Oh, we got Bajo coming in on some funny username.
Oh, yeah, he knows. His son knows. He'll be money or something.
I know. That's
I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's a good one.
I still ain't forgot.
Shout out to our brother. All right, cool. That being said, I'm glad that you mentioned next week's edition of Boxing Champs Fight News. Yes,
name right.
We will be having Skywalker, Boxing Media, Josh from 86 Boxing, and as well. What happened?
No, I'm just reading. It is, little man.
Is it? That's hilarious.
I
thought with the spelling, but I wasn't sure. That's
What's
great.
Little nephew right there. That's my man right there.
Who was I missing? Oh, Bobby Chuneo. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Bobby Chuneo going to be with us. And hey, we are going to be looking at the boxing in November. So check this out. Just to touch on what Clubber D was saying, you can see these matchups for the month of November here. You can see we had that Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin that he just talked about. We are about to cover right now the Chris Eubank Jr. versus Connor Benn #2 rematch. Right now, we're going to cover that as well with Clubber D. But Clubber D, look at these other ones that we will talk about next week, Wednesday the 19th, 8 Eastern. Y'all make sure you tune in to Ball and Buds, Boxing Champs, Fight Picks. We will pick all these. But what do you think about this upcoming month of November here?
What this boxing, sheet right here, you keep it log off right now, because I'm going to say something I don't want you to hear, okay? With all these good fights, you don't need to have pants on, okay? You need to watch these fights. But when the fights are on, put your pants on, because it'd be kind of weird you watching men fight you naked. But the excitement for these fights, take your shirt off, twirl around the air like a helicopter. Petey Pablo, do it that style. You can come back in, Kibo. But now I've been waiting for this month. My only gripe is I'm not gonna do it yet. But Turkey Al Sheikh.
Oh,
you told us that these fights would be free. You said these fights would be free on the zone. And they're not free, and you'll just up the price to $44 a month, and you get like 12 pay-per-views. You don't pick which pay-per-views. You get the Connor Benn and Eubank. That's part of it. To me, that's not a pay-per-view. I love that fight, but it's not a pay-per-view for Americans, because it's not a title fight. Okay, I'm not gonna go off on it. Let's keep it moving. Got my blood. They done got my blood.
Hey.
They got my blood.
But that's something that needs to be talked about, because if you're going to come in and promise all these things and then not actually produce, boxing fans and will start to get upset. because they have had to pay for so long. I'm not gonna put you out there, little man. Don't worry. I know. I see what you said. We ain't gonna put you out there, but
Gotcha.
but this is hilarious.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Blame his dad.
That's great. Just add the E in there and take the I out, little buddy. We love you anyways.
D-E. On.
That's great. All right, cool. Just wanted to bring that up and show y'all. So y'all tune in with us next week with the boys from Boxing Champs as well. If you are a boxing fan and want to join the Boxing Champs fight group, please DM myself or Clubber D or any of the guys. It's free to play. You can win prizes. We'll get you in there.
Shout out to Champ Ross.
Champ Ross. Make sure you subscribe at Ball and Buds. Hit that like button. All right, let's move it into Chris Eubank versus Connor Benn. Number 2. The rematch here. So, hey, look, and one of the things I really like about this is if you look at this promos that they have for the UFC and look at this and the Eubank Benn, just some very well done to my marketers, my digital marketers who made this. I'm proud of you. This is some good work right here.
That's from the first fight.
Which one? This one?
Connor Benn. That's from the first fight.
Okay, that was me then. That was my mistake. I didn't know that, but it still looked cool. Still looks super cool. I don't care. But good call. Either way, still looks cool. I wanted to give it a shout out. So let's move into that though. Chris Eubank versus Connor Benn. It is the rematch. So as you mentioned, there was a first one, and now after that was back in April.
Yep.
That Eubank was able to obviously take the victory. So I mean, hey. What are we thinking here in this huge boxing event?
Well, the first one had so many, it was just so much drama around it because obviously we know their dads had their epic fights, and the Eubank family is up 2-0 and 1. 2-0 had a draw.
Oh, the draft, yeah.
2-0 when dads had a draw, which I think Ben won that fight. But Chris Eubank and his father were beefing forever. And then when they put up in a Rolls Royce, his dad got out first, and then he got out. I almost did a backflip because I did a watch party for that fight. That was I think it was the first watch party I did. It was very fun. But I almost did a backflip when senior showed up. I was like, holy smokes, they're not beefing no more. So it was happy to see that they put in 67,000 people in Tottenham Hotspur Arena in London or England, wherever it's at. It's over there. And so the fact that 67 people came to watch a non-title fight is phenomenal. But that is a big fight for the United Kingdom, for the British boxing culture. That is a huge fight from their fathers of them fighting. So, and the fact that when Chris Eubank showed up at the weigh-in, he looked definitely like he had a drop down in weight. Connor's the only one gaining weight because he's a welterweight. So the fact that Eubanks, he came down from 168, I think is what, I could be wrong, but he looked like Tyrone Bigham's cousin, light-skinned version. He just looked definitely, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was on the side of the street, either flipping a get your taxes done here sign, or he was begging for money at a meeting. He just looked awful. But he won, I thought he was gonna gas out. I thought Ben was gonna catch him because of that weight cut, but
now, how about this, though? He is 36 years old, so he's 7 years older than him. Is that going to put any factor into this?
Only way I saw them today, the dads shaking hands and doing a face-off with the sons as well. Chris, his energy wasn't very he's very kind of mellow, and that's probably because of his weight cut. He did it the first time. I swear if that fight was in America, that would not have happened because he looked frail. You always got to see those videos. Okay. He looked frail. But you rehydrate the next day. He didn't look so bad. But he could only rehydrate 10 pounds. So they had a cap on his rehydration too.
A rehydration clause.
So this go around, I think he's gonna be. It looks like he's doing the weight cut a lot better. In the first fight, it was back and forth in the early rounds, but Eubanks was just he landed more shots, landed more power shots. He's the bigger guy, landing the jab. Ben is very wily, but I feel like Ben has nothing but heart. Okay, he gained some respect to me in the last fight. The judges had it 116 to 112. I kind of see this fight going the same way. To be honest with you, I don't see Ben taking over. Goliath. I don't know.
Now, question for you: is Ben, because Ben is 23-1, right? So he was undefeated. Guys, taken. Um, is he? And if I'm correct, and I'm looking at Box Live, so this is off of Box Live. They have the rankings of Eubank and Benn, and they don't have. And I think this has to be wrong, but they don't have Benn in the top 10 of any of the. Is that correct? Is he not in the top 10 of?
No, he hasn't fought. He hasn't really fought.
So why is he getting these fights because of the legacy of their fathers? Then is that why this is happening the second time?
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, this fight is just more one. This fight was supposed to happen years ago, but remember, Ben got caught to steroids. That's why Eubanks hit him upside the head with those eggs in the lead up to the first.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
he got
that.
Suspended for like 4 years or so. Then, not 4 years, but maybe a year, 2 years, and then they kind of renegotiated this fight to happen. So this is more. Eubanks is kind of like on the back end of his career, so this isn't really like a major gotta do fight, but it's a money grab. I mean, I'm props to them that they can put 67,000 people in a soccer arena. Okay, you can understand the magnitude of that. We don't have that over here in the stateside. Okay, because Papa Chuneo brought up a good point. There's not many things to do over in London. You know, they have just neighborhood pubs and stuff. So there's not many like major sporting events besides soccer to go to. We have basketball, football, things like that. They're kind of isolated, especially where they live. There's not many big arenas to do so. The fact that they can get 67,000 people in there for a spectacle like this, that's I would do the same thing if I was him. And why bring a stateside? Stateside, you might get on a good day 12, 13, maybe on a basketball arena, except like Bud and Canelo, they had like 47 or something like that when they fought. But that's Bud and Canelo. So you know, Earl Spence, when he got his belt against oh snap, dude's it's gonna pop to me later. Not Amir Khan. Somebody tell me in the chat. But when Earl Spence went over there and got his belt, it was in the soccer stadium, you know. So they put on in the UK.
And well, like you mentioned, especially with the fact that there are no championships on the line on this card, and that the card is not that great anyways, as you had mentioned, right? We're going to do some club bangers here, but this card could be a lot better, as you mentioned. So that fact alone, that they can drive that many people to a stadium, I mean, that just really is a testament to British boxing fans, honestly, and how much they revere the sport. So anyways, what else you got? Who you got on this one? Who's your
Kell Brook?
Kell Brook, yes.
Kell Brook,
there you go. Kell Brook.
Ready for it?
Clubs, bangers.
Oh, the show
Clubs, bangers.
I'm gonna go Chris Eubanks Jr. Damn, Flemington just came out.
Flemington.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'll go Chris Eubanks Jr. with another majority decision. He's gonna win this unanimously. I don't have a caveat. I think he's just gonna win again. I was thinking that Conor Benn might just knock him out like in the 7th round.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna go with Eubanks Jr. I think he's a smarter fighter. He knows he has more ring IQ than Ben. Ben did rock him a few times, but Eubanks just gonna use his size, use that jab. He landed more power punches. The problem is the weight cut. If the weight cut's still the same and he's adapted his body better this time, he might get him out early. But I'm thinking it's gonna be another decision.
Okay. Word. I'm gonna go with Eubank Jr. as well. I'm not gonna go with decision though. I think I'm gonna go with a TKO just because I want to. I'm just mostly taking what you said off of your analysis of the first fight, but also just say, okay, well maybe if he can get a little leaner, meaner, hopefully that weight cut wasn't too much, that he can actually still pause for sure, but pound him with his fists. I know that was bad. So anyways, I'm going to go with Eubank Jr. TKO. Let's say I'm going to go late, like you said. Let's say TKO 10.
Okay.
10, something like that is what I'll say.
I can rock with that.
Wait, how many rounds is it? Hold on.
It should be 12.
12 rounds. 12.
Yeah, it should be 12.
I'll make sure. Okay, cool. All right, now we're getting some quick hitters, some mini club bangers on the rest of this card. So Clubber D going down this. We'll start with the co-main event, Jack Catterall versus Ikao Isuman. Who do you got in this one?
I'm going to go with the better fighter, the all-around better boxer. I'm going with Jack Catterall.
Clubs, bangers.
You don't have to wait for it. No, you don't have to wait for it. I'm just going to throw it in there so it's funny. It'll just go. All right, let's go with the next one, Adam Azim versus Kurt Scobie.
Clubs, bangers.
Well, see, this one, it was... Okay, so Kurt, he lost in OTX. He's been fighting on the zone for a while with that OTX series. He lost, and I think he's on like a 7-5 5-fight TKO. He's pretty much knocked about just about everyone he's fought. However, he is going across the pond to fight the assassin, who was 13-0 on a 4 TKO win streak right now. And as much as I like Kirk, he's one of those like muscle guys. He can gas out a little bit. I'm going with the assassin. This fight will probably end in 6 rounds, knockout.
All right, on to the next one. Richard, and I do not want to mess this up, but I don't know how to say that. Ricapore. Maybe he's Italian or something. Versus Tommy Welsh.
He too black to be Italian.
Yeah, is he? I didn't know who he was.
He's Italian. He's Italian as Giannis is Greek. How about that?
That is tremendous. That is great. Who you got in that one?
Oh, I'm going with Hellboy. I'm going with Tommy Welch. I'm going with a 4th round knockout.
All right, Sam Gilly versus Ismail Davis.
Bangers.
You know what? I was gonna go Sam Gilly, but I'm gonna go with Ismail Davis. All right, I'm gonna go split decision.
All right, that there, by the way, is for the British and Commonwealth welterweight titles.
Papi Chunyeyo loves that belt and loves the colors on that belt.
I hope you're being serious.
No, he hates that belt.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Because it's the colors on it makes it look like I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yep.
Yeah,
We're following.
yeah.
Last bout of the evening. Let's move on. Mickey Talon versus Faizan Shahid.
Club bangers.
This one is going to be for Mickey Talon. He's the nickname the Omen. He is 10-0. He's one of those rising stars out there. He's going to make quick work of Shahid. I'm going to say 2nd round knockout.
All right, word. There you go. There's Club of D's Club Bangers for the Eubank versus Benn Part 2 card, the rematch. So y'all go ahead and put that in your DraftKings, FanDuel, maybe your score bet, since there is no more ESPN bet now that they have breaking news last week. Them and Penn Sports, who bought it from Barstool, they ended up saying that they didn't own enough market share. They only had 3% market share, and they were trying to get to 20 within like the first 3 years, and they were like, we're not going to make it. So they just cut off the whole thing. So now the Penn is using their brand, The Score. I don't know if you've ever heard them, like a brand online. They're going to be The Score Bet, and then ESPN from now on is going to use DraftKings for all of their betting like lines and stuff.
Man, betting is turned into like streaming. Okay, everybody trying to branch out, do their own thing, can't do it. Then just merge up like Voltron. Y'all need this is probably a split shit up. Bring it back. I want the cable. I want a channel.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was like,
bring it back. I'm tired of this. I gotta go to ESPN, then I gotta go back to dang on the Zone, then I gotta go all the way to YouTube TV. Look here, YouTube TV. You are lucky you have the Sunday ticket. I wouldn't rock with y'all. And you made it easy. You pay for $35 a month. So why everybody should have it, And now I gotta get off and go to ESPN. You're lucky I got Disney because I like the Mandalorian. And some of y'all's mamas and girls look like extras from the Mandalorian. But I gotta go over there to watch my ESPN and Monday Night Football stuff and hop back over. I'm sick of all this. All right, Jesus.
I mean, it is a lot. It is a lot. The fragmentation of TV viewing now that streaming has come along is quite ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I have most of them. Only because I have bundles, like you mentioned. I have the Disney, ESPN, Hulu bundle, and it comes with the NFL too. So I have that, and now I have also through Xfinity, I have their bundle, which is Xfinity, Netflix, and Apple, which is cool. So I got a couple bundles for like $50. I get like 7 streaming states, but I still got to flip through 7. And then if I want to watch Prime on Thursday, like tonight, I have to go out of the Amazon app if I want to go watch something else on TV during commercial.
I use my laptop. I'm about to buy a smaller TV. Just another TV, prop it up like the homie, the Rubik's Cuban. He got like a good 4 TV setup where he's at. I'm about to do the same thing. Have a couple TVs and do it. I can't take it no more. I can't. I'm sick of this.
And even with 2 TVs, it's bad. Your boy got the 2 TVs set up, and even with the 2 TVs, I still gotta use a laptop just if I want to watch. I'm like, I want to watch basketball too.
I need a little black remote that my dad used to like. Don't touch it. I need that to flip up and down. I need back and forth.
That is tremendous. Bobby G says, get a Fire Stick and IPTV. I get all pay-per-view and all sports for free, $15 a month. What? I'm about to write that down.
Look here. I'm not a thief.
Hold on. Well, it's
I don't
IPT.
condone this stuff, okay? I don't condone that. I don't condone that thieving stuff. Take that down, Romar. But anyways.
All right.
No, write it down. Don't say no, write it down. Don't take it down. Just write it down.
Yeah, I wrote it down already. Oh, yeah, I will be right there. don't
I don't stand
ask
for
your
that stuff.
girlfriend.
It's against the law, and I don't like it, Bobby G. You wrote that down, right?
Did you get that?
Gosh darn it.
Make sure y'all tap in with the Audible Sports Podcast, Bobby G, Wildcard Mar brothers. Dirty Mojo says, I'm telling. You better not tell, because he got you on a bet right now. So don't think he's still y'all still got that. I can't believe you put in that bet, man. What the hell is wrong with you?
Randall from
Anyways. Randall from Recess. Yo, Recess was the best. Great. That is tremendous. All right, let's move it on into what you came for, the UFC, because we do got to get you out here for football in about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and hit this UFC. We got a bunch of bouts. This is a huge card. Huge card. Yeah, we'll give our football picks. We will. Huge card. Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev for the welterweight title. You got Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Wei Li for the women's flyweight title. You got Sean Brady, Michael Morales, Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates, Benil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis. I mean, this main card is super stacked. And if you look at the prelims, they got some fighters: Bo Nickel, Gregory Rodriguez, Roman Kopylov, Aaron Branchfield, Tracy Cortez. Clubber D is about to give you all of his thoughts on all of these bouts. But overall, what do you think about this amazing Madison Square Garden card?
Well, again, like you said it, Madison Square Garden, they got to come correct, because the last few UFCs, they weren't like that as far as being a stacked card. And remember, this is one of the last cards. I'm not sure if it's the last card, but it's one of the last cards on ESPN pay-per-view before it's free on Paramount. Another service that I have to get now. But it will be free. You ain't got to pay this no more. So, hey, they trying to sneak us in with these heavy hitters. Just say we want our last little bread before we sign this gazillion-dollar deal to Paramount, and I get the fire.
So UFC is only going to be on Paramount now?
Yep, everything free.
Oh, it's free though. Every pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, every free.
Oh shit, that might be worth the $10 a month.
Oh, I get it 100%. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna watch Tulsa King. I'm gonna watch what's that? Whatever that Western show everybody likes. I'm gonna watch that too. So whatever, Kevin Costner, whatever it is.
Yeah, I got you.
I heard it's good.
That's funny. Okay, cool. All right. Well, hey, we've got a huge card to talk about. A lot of fights going on. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to do all the club bangers leading up to the main card. So let's go ahead and start with the prelim pick'ems. Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. This is a number 4 Aaron Blanchfield women's flyweight versus number 8 Tracy Cortez. So we got to think about this, y'all, in relation to the co-main event, because these are two fighters that are trying to get up to challenge for that title, right, Clubber D? So the favorite here is Aaron Blanchfield, a 258 to 210 underdog for Cortez. How do you feel about this fight?
Gloves, bangers.
I'm a fan of this fight. I'm a fan of Cortez. She is a lovely looking young lady. We all know her. They both have a common opponent, being Rose Namajunas. Blanchfield beat Rose. When Cortez fought Rose, we all known her. If you guys don't know who she is, but she's the one that made the news for fighting with those big ass eyelashes, and Rose knocked one of them jokers out in mid round. So she had one with those big old flapping eyelashes in the fight. She's a lovely young lady, I'll say that. Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. I think she used to date Brian T. City Ortega. Not that I'm tracking or stalking or just reading her stats and knowing things about her. But I feel this fight is going to be. Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm
looking right now. Yeah. I can see the eyelashes too. In her picture, she has huge eyelashes.
She's the type. I'll take the Taco Bell. You got the 3 items, $1 menu. But anyways, I'll say this: she's a good fighter, but Blanchfield is very average to above average at everything. I feel it's gonna be a very close fight. I think Blanchfield's gonna use her takedowns to kind of keep Cortez down most of the fight and grind it out to a 29-28 Blanchfield victory. That's what I'm going to go with.
All right, there you go. In a middleweight bout, we have the favorite, Gregory Rodriguez, is a 185 favorite out of Brazil versus Roman Kopylov, who is a 154 underdog out of Russia. Who you got?
Bangers.
Oh, I'm going RoboCop Rodriguez. Okay, I called his last fight. I said it'd be a knockout, second round, Hermanson. I was right. I'm gonna go with this fight. Knockout, second round, RoboCop will win again. Gregory Rodriguez.
Boom, there you go. In another middleweight bout, former highly regarded prospect Bo Nickel, who is the favorite in this fight, I may add, 205 favorite, versus Rodolfo Vieira out of Brazil, is a 170 underdog.
Clubs,
Who you got?
bangers.
I think Bo's gonna keep it standing up. I don't think he's gonna take to the ground. He is the better wrestler. He was like one of the top wrestlers in the nation. I feel like Vieira gasses at times, and Bo has a better stand up. So I think Bo is just gonna use his stand up, even though it was terrible. It's been, oh my God, his stand up used to be terrible. But I got Bo Nickel winning this. It's gonna be another. I'm not gonna say boring fight, but it might just be meh fight of the night. If you want to go get some peanuts, get some popcorn, if you want to pop the popcorn, if you want to season it, if you want to make a sandwich, if you want to get a torta or make a torta or holler at
a torta or make a torta.
This is the time to do that during this fight, but I'm gonna go with Bo Nickel by the decision.
Well, if you want to get a torta, you're gonna have to go outside and go hit your. You know what? Let me stop before.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey.
Go hit your.
I'll take your
local Taco Bell. Hey, I ain't never turned down a good looking torta from time to time.
Be hungry too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Discriminate.
Hey, they need love too. They said they need love. Yeah. All right, let's go look at our Instagram. Poppy Chunyayo says, "What's cracking, fellas?"
Heavy on the Poppy, light on the yayo.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. Thank you for tuning in as well. Obey, Coach Malavey. Appreciate you tuning in there, brother.
Play. Look at him.
Y'all make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube as well. Clubber D has his channel, Clubber D on YouTube, and as well hit that like button. Whether watching now or on the replay, it is free to you, invaluable to us. It really helps us out in the algorithm to get out to new people. And if you like us so much, don't you want other people to find us? I know you do. Let's move it into the main event, the main card. Excuse me, not the main event yet, but the main card here at Madison Square Garden. And this one is jam-packed action. It's just all over. Let's start with a lightweight bout. Number 9 ranked Beneil Dariush, who is a 150 underdog in this match, going up against the number 13 ranked Benoit Saint Denis, who is a 180 favorite in this bout. Clubber D, what are your thoughts on this huge?
Clubs, bangers.
Well, BSD, I thought he was going to make that next step in career when he fought Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier beat him in that surprise win, and then I think Poirier fought Islam after that. I always like Beneil, but he's never gotten over that good prospect to decent fighter. He's never made that jump into that elite portion of his career, and now he's towards the tail end of it. And Benoit Saint Denis is now kind of got his groove back. This guy was an I think mercenary, wherever he was up over in France. The guy's no joke. He has a better stand up. He's He's better on the feet than Beneil, and he has great grappling defense. So with that being said, I'm going to go with Benoit. I think he's going to have Beneil rocked a couple times, but I think he's just go with I'm going to go with a unanimous decision. But I think he'll win all 3 rounds, beating Beneil, and he's hopefully retire after that because he has nothing else to fight for.
So unanimous decision?
Oh yeah. But I got Beneil being rocked a couple times in this fight.
Okay, but you got BSD with a UD, right?
Yeah, I see what you try to do there.
Yeah, you like that bars. I just want to make sure I get it down too, so I can put it on the YouTube video when I put it up. All right, cool. Moving on to the next one, a welterweight bout. Former champion, number 4 ranked Leon Edwards out of England, 145 underdog in this fight versus Carlos Prates out of Brazil. Is it Prates? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Prates, but thank you. Number 9 ranked welterweight. He is the favorite though, so another person who is ranked lower, but the favorite, 175 favorite here for Carlos Prates. Okay, Prates. Who do you got in this one, Clubber D?
Clubs,
Leon Edwards.
bangers.
I'm a fan. I always like Leon. It's just he reminds me of a British boxer just lost to Alexander Usyk, brother. It's like it's all about the confidence. You know, he yeah. Once Daniel Dubois.
Dubois. Yeah, Dubois.
Yeah,
I was just like,
Dubois, yeah. His it's all about the confidence with him. And with Leon Edwards, he looked scary when he was fighting Kamaru Usman. He was losing. Usman broke him down, and then he came back with that headshot, knocked him out. And then since he's on a 2-fight losing streak. He got choked out by Brady, and then he lost the belt to Bilal Muhammad, and fighting
remember
Carlos
the name.
Goddamn right. Carlos Paredes, this guy, before he lost to Ian Gary, he was on a 10-fight TKO streak. Okay. This guy would knock the race off his face. He don't play. And I feel like with damn Leon Edwards having Nate Diaz of all people rock him, who really doesn't have that much punching power. This might be the melatonin of the night. This might be the melatonin alert. Okay. This might be the time to go to sleep. He might be on that sectional Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz. Who else got knocked out bad that I'm missing? Not Nate Diaz, Nate Robinson. Okay,
Nate Robinson. That's what it was.
With Daniel Cormier, with Stipe Miocic. All those dudes got knocked out sleep with the toes curled up, fighting for air in La La Land. He might be part of the Fellowship of the Ring when you put the Lord of the
Fellowship.
I forgot what it's called, but Netherland, Otherland, whatever it is. He might be in the Shadow Realm. That's what it is. He might
Narnia,
go to the Shadow Realm.
like Narnia.
Right?
He's gonna be out in Narnia.
He will be in the witch, the wardrobe, 9, whatever. He's going into the closet and he ain't coming back. Okay, so I feel like Leon Edwards will get knocked out in the first round. All right, because Carlos Paredes does not play. All right, and if you don't have your guard up, you come in timid or nervous. You saw what he did with Jeff Neal with 1 second left in his last fight, knocked him out. Jeff Neal is no slouch. Carlos Paredes, he will put you to sleep. And unfortunately, Leon Edwards, you might be 1 minute you're standing up, the next minute you're thinking about Paddington the Bear. So it is what it is.
A former world champion.
Yeah,
just going down in the first round. Wow. All right. Well, there you go. Make sure I'm writing that down. That's a big one. KO1.
First round KO.
Right. There we go. All right. Let's move it into the next one. This is Sean Brady versus Michael Morales in a welterweight bout. So, again, remember, y'all, when we're looking at these welterweight bouts like the Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates and the Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, these are both bouts that are people trying to get to that title fight, to fight the winner of the main event if they, can continually move up. And Sean Brady here is the number 2 ranked welterweight in the world. Michael Morales is number 8 from Ecuador. Sean Brady is a 135 favorite here, while Michael Morales is a 114 underdog. So very close here. Say the odds makers. Clubber D, what say you?
Clubs, bangers.
Excuse me as I burp right when I'm about to talk. This fight is a styles clash. You got Sean Brady, who's a great wrestler. He's fighting out of Philly. He has that towny Philly accent. Hey, you to all that stuff. He's a straight Philly guy, and Morales can touch him. Pause. He can knock him out. He does have that power, but can he defend a takedown? Can he stop Brady from taking him down, dragging him out? Ragdoll him for 3 rounds. This isn't a 5-round fight. This is a 3-round fight. Can he do that? And that's going to be the main thing. Okay. Yes, Sean Brady did lose to Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad's a wrestler though. Morales is going to have to show that he can stop the takedown. If he can stop the takedown, he can knock him out. I'm sure he can, but Sean Brady's relentless and he's not bad on the feet. Okay. So, with this fight, I'm going to have to go with, grind him out 3 rounds. Morales will have some he'll have some good offense. He will look good at some points, but I'm going Sean Brady for a decision. Unanimous decision.
All right, unanimous decision for Sean Brady. Now he is the number 2 ranked, so that would obviously, and if you're looking at rankings, and not Dana White doesn't always go by rankings, but he is good enough to go by rankings. This would put Sean Brady up for the next title fight for the winner of this main event. Is that what you see? Because he's the number 2 ranked welterweight. So technically, by rankings, he should be up next, right?
Yeah, but Dana White does what Dana White does, and Islam's already called out somebody if he wins.
Okay. I didn't
like
hear
that.
about that. So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wait to hear about it. All right, cool. Well, let's move it into our co-main event. This is going to be a motherfucking banger. I mean, this is 2 of the best women fighters of all time, 2 of the GOATs. I read a stat the other day, Clubber D, that these ladies have only taken 1 loss in a non-title fight. All other losses have come in title fights, and they have a list of amazing fighters that they have both demolished. Coming into this fight, Valentina Shevchenko, 25-4-1. Zhang Weili is 26-3-0. Both coming off a win. Shevchenko does own a 1-inch height advantage and has some weight on her as well. Now, UFC is listing her at 9 pounds heavier. I don't know that to be completely true. Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll be less. Okay. But she does own that 4-inch reach advantage and 2-inch leg reach advantage as well. She is the favorite, 135 here. Zhang Weili, the underdog, at 114. So very, very close again with the odds makers. This could go either way, Clubber D. What do you have for this?
You got Shevchenko, who the bullet, finding out, I think it's Kyrgyzstan by way of Peru, which is
Kyrgyzstan. Excuse me.
Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, it's a stand. I know that. And then you have
fucked up. It's a different country.
It's a stand. Hey, there's a lot of stands out there. So and you got Zhang Weili fighting out of China, and 137 being the bullet and 136 being Zhang Weili. Like you said, I think that non-title fight, I don't know who she may have lost to at that fight, but she's fought Amanda Nunes. She's fought a who's who being Shevchenko. Zhang Weili, out of all her fights, she's in the UFC, she's only lost to Rose Namajunas back-to-back. Other than that, she is dominated, and she's on a 5-fight win streak. Again, these ladies have fought a who's who of everybody. And I put a poll up on my page, Clubber D at YouTube, on what fight you're excited to look for this weekend. And this is the fight that I said out of this fight, the main event, or even Benn versus Eubank Jr. This is the fight that I want to see, okay? This fight, I might take 1 sock on and leave 1 sock off, okay? I might roll one
I'm not cheering that. I'm not cheering.
I do that, all right? I don't know what the sock means. I just have
I hope it's not what I think it means afterwards, because I just cheered for that.
No. Cortez is fighting, yeah, but no. But so it's this fight is going to be the fight of the night. It's going to be fight of the night, fight of the weekend.
Bangers.
Fight of not the century, but it'll be up there, okay? This is probably one of the best women's fights we'll ever see. And I'm hyping it up and watch it be a 1-round knockout.
It will be. Oh,
but
man.
I'm going to say 5 rounds of war. 5 rounds of just back and forth, putting those D beaters on each other, back and forth. If you swing the other way, those C touches back and forth on everyone else. I'd change it. So this is going to be a great fight. I'm going to go with the champion.
Yes.
Wait, both champions. I'm going with Zhang Weili by.
Whoa!
That's what I'm going with. I think she's gonna be more active. She's gonna be more active than Shevchenko and close the distance. That's what I'm going with. And I love Valerie. I don't like going against her, but I have to go with Zhang Weili. 2 things.
Wow.
I think she's gonna be more active, and 2, they don't want to lose that market in China, so they want to keep her champion.
Wait, so you're saying Dana White may intervene somehow? Is that what
you're saying? Red on this side. No, that's the wrong country. So I'm gonna, I'm going with Jay.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I mean, the odds makers do have it close. So it's nothing wrong with going that way. I just expected you to go the other way, because we usually always go with Shevchenko on this program, at least, because she's a beast. But no, I hear you. Zhang Weili has proven her worth as one of the best fighters ever, and I could see this going either way. I'm going to go opposite of you, though. I am going to say Shevchenko. I agree with you. I want it to go 5 rounds, so split decision is fine with me. But yeah, I'll take Shevchenko. But yeah, Weili in a Hard-fought decision is Clubber D's pick there, and I've gone with Shevchenko. Let's move it on to the main event of the evening.
I'm not wrong with
the
your pick.
Welterweight. What happened?
I'm not wrong at your pick either. I'm not wrong at that. They can go that way.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. They're both, I mean, like you said, they're both two of the best fighters ever in the women's division. Out of Australia, the champion, quiet, but he is an animal. Jack Della Maddalena as the 230 underdog here, though, in this fight, this welterweight championship, going up against Islam Makhachev, who is a former lightweight champion and has moving up now here. He is the 285 favorite out of Russia at 27-1. JDM, as I'll call him because it's easier, is 18-2. Both coming off wins. JDM owns a 1-inch height advantage and obviously the weight advantage that we just talked about, one weight class. He also has a 2.5-inch reach advantage, Clubber D. So what are your thoughts on this huge main event?
I was listening to the MMA guru. He's one of the guys I like. I trust his judgment, and he said something that I never thought of. And he said that JDM fights like a bigger Dustin Poirier. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, they do. He's a very good grappler. You know what I'm saying? He can stop takedowns, but can he stop Islam's takedown? That's gonna be the main thing. Bilal never took him down. Bilal was just wanting to fight standing up, which is just so weird to me because his stand-up's not that good. And Bilal Muhammad not wanting to take JDM down was his downfall. He was just getting tagged. His eye looked like mincemeat, at the end of that fight. JDM, a weird story about JDM, he lost his first 2 fights and he's been on a winning streak since then. He's one of those people, like you say, he's very quiet because people don't really know about him. He's fighting out of Australia, but Islam's moving up. Islam, they called a weight bully at 155. So is his dominant at 155? Is that because he came in a lot heavier? How's that going to translate at 170? Is he going to be what? That's a pause? Weight translate?
Came in heavier? I mean,
that's a pause? Okay, I'll take
it.
I accept it. But when he showed up fight day, he weighed a lot more on the scale than others possibly. Christ. And then at 170, how's that going to translate? Is he going to be is he not going to fill out, be the smaller guy, pause in the cage, or is he going to be, because JDM, he fights at 170. Who knows if he's coming in at 180, 190 that day? Who knows what Islam's going to come in that day? So I think the weight's going to mean a lot. That's why I have a caveat for this fight. I would like to see how he's going to look on fight day. I need to pause, but I want to see how Islam fills out on Saturday before the fight because that plays a factor because you weigh in first thing in the morning. That's why when they show the weigh-ins at the end of the day, they've already weighed in that morning, so the fight's already good. So when you guys see the scale and the people cheering. That's fake. That's all for show. That's not the real way. That's just getting on the scale, doing a face-off. So,
hey, you know what's funny is I know that they did that for some places, but I didn't know that all places did it. And when I went to the dirty boxing thing the other day, they had already done the weigh-ins like way earlier in the day, and it was just the ceremony and stuff. It's like, so why bring the scale out? Who cares? It's not
for the public to see. Like, so they show like when Daniel Cormier, when he cheated on the scale and grabbed the towel and kind of did that against Oldsmaier, whatever his dude's name was. You make weight first thing in the morning. If you don't make weight, depending on where you are, you have time to make weight. So at the end of the day, they do the weigh-in. So at the end of the day, at like 9 o'clock, they want you to weigh in early and then replenish yourself. The quicker you weigh in, the quicker you can replenish yourself. So that's why, like when Canelo fought Charlo, weighed him early, or they made the weigh-ins a little later, kind of like, kind of mess with your weight a little bit. And you can't replenish, and then also sometimes
that makes sense. Yeah,
you can't gain but so much. Like if you fight for the IBF belt, you can't weigh more than 10 pounds. The red belt in boxing, you cannot weigh more than 10 pounds. So you got to monitor yourself. So you can't get too full. But that's why the way you went.
So would just a question on that then? If let's say that, because in an organizational standpoint, if you're one of the boxing organizations, in my mind, one of the reasons also that you would want to do it early in the morning so that they get replenished is a safety issue, right? So that they're ready for the next day and your organization doesn't get sued if like they didn't get proper rehydration?
Oh,
Is that how that works?
Hydrate. That's on you. That's on the fighter.
Okay.
That's on your
Okay.
team. So that's
All right.
you weigh in. You're good to go after that. But if you don't, that's why you see a lot of people drinking Pedialytes and stuff like that. They're trying to get all those nourishments back in their body. So on fight day they can go. But back in the day, they used to fight you same day boxing because you had weight bullies like rest in peace. You had Arturo Gotti. He used to weigh like 20 pounds over fighting people at like 135, 130, or whatever weight class he was. So that's why there's weight. They call people weight bullies. Like Devin Haney used to kill himself getting to 135. And now he's fighting at 147. So now we got to see for Islam, how will the weight transfer over? Will he be the bigger guy in there, pause, or will he be, same as a JDM? So that to me is one of my caveats for this fight, because standing up, JDM's a better stand-up guy than Islam. Islam, of course, he had the kicks against Volkanovski and knocked out Charles Oliveira, but he's not gonna be able to do all that with JDM. I don't think he's gonna be able to do that. I think he's gonna do what Belal Muhammad didn't do and take him down. He already called out, if he wins, he called out the welterweight GOAT, that being Kamaru Usman. I would love to see that fight, Islam versus Usman. I would love to.
Hell yeah, shit.
So, and Usman was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take that fight, because he just beat Joaquin Buckley. So with this fight, this is what I'll say.
Oh, that'd be I'm still thinking about that fight. That's gonna be a great fight.
Islam against Kamaru Usman. So he already called him out, and I don't think he's trying to put the cart before the horse and just say, hey, I want to do this with that, and overstepping JDM. The JDM is no slouch. This is what I will say for this fight.
Gloves, bangers.
If it goes, if Islam wins, he will win within the first 3 rounds.
Okay.
There will have to be a stoppage or submission in the first 3 rounds.
Right.
If it goes past 3 rounds to decision, I think JDM, that means that Islam wasn't able to take him down, or JDM was able to get out of the takedowns. If he was held on the ground, he was able to get up, keep standing up. If it stays standing up, JDM's gonna win. I'm telling you that right now. He will win if it's standing up the whole time. So if Islam cannot take him down, JDM will win by decision.
Okay, so I've got Islam. Is it a sub or a TKO -3?
I'll say sub.
Okay. And then JDM is unanimous or split, I'm assuming, right?
It'll be unanimous.
Oh, unanimous. Okay. Because you're assuming that he's escaped his takedown so much and stayed on his feet. Okay. All right.
He was all night doing those.
That's crazy. Okay, because you're not the only one picking JDM. Some people are saying, he's very quiet. I know when I was talking to Adarius yesterday, he was saying, look, man, I would probably go with JDM too, just because of how quiet he is, but that he's an animal. Like, he doesn't have to talk a lot in order to kind of be the fighter that he is. He was comparing himself to him.
Islam wants to be 3-0 against Australia, because he beat Volkanovski twice, so he might want to be 3-0 against Australia. And I believe they train together, so it is what it is. I could be wrong. I think
who does Islam and JDM?
No, JDM's Australian, so I think him and
I got you.
Train together.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There's your Clubber D club bangers for UFC 322. Let me give you a rundown of those. I will put the video out tomorrow. He has Benoit St. Denis with a unanimous decision. Carlos Prates KO 1. Brady, the Sean Brady unanimous decision. Zhang Wei Li split decision. And then a Clubber caveat in your main event, Islam under 3. You go ahead and make sure you bet a submission. Over 3, you're going with that JDM unanimous decision.
That's right.
I am going to take Islam. I'm going to go opposite you again. Okay. I'm sorry, I have to.
Yeah, no.
I think Islam is just. I just think he's too tough. And I know he's moving up in weight, but he's just been a killer at lightweight. So I don't know. Again, and every time I see him fight, it's always like, let's hope that the guy can avoid him, and then he takes him down the first round and just holds on to him And now look, I'm kind of one of those fight fans. Like, I understand. I used to be a wrestler, so I understand not a good one, but I wrestled in high school. I understand that wrestling is needed, but I am one of those. I lean more towards the exciting fight fans. I want you to stand up. I want you to throw them blows, kind of thing. But I know that wrestling is needed. So when you have somebody wrestle so much, you get the fans that are there, especially live, people that have paid for that ticket, and they're like, we want more action, and all you're doing is laying on the ground. I can see people getting put off by that because sometimes I tune out as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And you got to understand, that's why that's why my whole issue with the whole Islam's weight at 155 is because he came in heavier and he was dominating because it was hard for him to make 155.
Right.
That's why I'm wondering. That's why it's not as hard. It's not easy for me just to say he's just going to win outright because I don't know how that's going to transfer over to the higher 155 to 170. That's a big jump. You know what I'm saying? UFC, you got to understand that is the biggest jump. I remember Kevin Lee said this. He wanted a 165 division because you got 145.
That is a huge jump. I mean, where do you do that at? That's crazy.
Yeah, 155 going to 170. That's a big jump because if I'm 170 pounder, I'd probably walk around 190-ish. Yeah, if I'm 155 like BJ Penn when he moved up, I might walk around at 170 or right around there. So if I'm walking around at this weight and you coming in at 190, 200, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm kind of like, it's a very big jump. So.
All right. Well, there you go. There is, again, your Clubber D, Club Bangers. Make sure you put that in your FanDuels, your DraftKings, and get ready for the fights Saturday night. It's going to be awesome. By the way, I'm pretty sure I have to wait for that text back. But I'm pretty sure Clubber D and I will be on Millions live streaming UFC. So please follow our Instagram, subscribe to our YouTubes. Make sure that you're staying updated because I will post it on Instagram and YouTube if we are going to live stream. But we're in talks to live stream live on Millions to all their followers, and it's going to be awesome. We'll go break down all of UFC 322. Maybe not Benn Eubank. I'm going to try to find out about that, but I can't guarantee that. UFC 322 is in the works right now, so y'all make sure you stay updated because that's going to be awesome Saturday night. Probably about 9-ish will come on. So look forward to that. All right, cool.
Games with it too. You know what I'm saying? We'll say, hey, if this knockout happens, we all do a shot.
Oh yeah, we could do that. We could have like a little board.
Y'all got to tune in. Okay, we're waiting to hear the word. You might get us all day on Saturday. You never know. You might get us for another fight, but hey, it might happen. Stay tuned and get your finger out your butt.
Yeah, stay tuned for. Stay tuned. Get lucky or be dusty, as we like to say.
There you go.
By the way, just to let you know, that one loss, I found out what it was while you were talking. I went and researched. Valentina Shevchenko lost to to Amanda Nunes in 2016 UFC 196. So like it was like her second fight or first fight in UFC. Second fight.
The second fight was damn near a draw, but they gave to Nunes.
So that was a non-title fight. So that was the only loss between Shevchenko and Zhang Li that wasn't in a title fight. That's crazy.
Yep. And I know it's about to start. I'm going to go.
Hey, yeah, in honor of Sunday Showdown, I was about to introduce it. Go ahead. We got the Jets-Patriots tonight. Patriots, huge favorites, 12.5 point favorites.
12.5 point favorites. Jets are going to win tonight.
Oh!
Jets will win tonight.
What? 21, over the Patriots, they've won 7 in a row.
21-10.
Wow.
If you don't like it,
really?
If you think I'm wrong, add us on YouTube.
Ooh, I like what you did there. And if you think I'm wrong, add us on YouTube. And I'll go the opposite way. I'll take the Patriots. So either way, they have to add us. That's great. All right, it's game time. Clubber D, sign us off.
Hey, check us out. Hey, look here. If you're not tapped in, if you're not tuned in, if you catch us on a replay, if you just listen to the last 5 minutes, hit a like, and do a little smiley face or whatever you guys want to do. But appreciate you if you tapped in for 5 seconds to 5 minutes to 15 minutes. We appreciate you. Okay, just do a little like if you can. If not, we still love you. Keep watching. We'll grow. I'll grow my hair out. I'll go to Turkey. Just support us. All right. We out.
I don't know about that last one, but we can all pray for you. Make sure again you hit that QR code up at the top. That'll take you to our link tree. You can subscribe to Ball and Buds at YouTube. You can subscribe to Clubber D's YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. Stay updated for everything, especially for the upcoming announcement tomorrow on when we're going to go live on Millions. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. We really appreciate all our fans. Thank you, and we will see you next time for Ball and Buds. Make sure you hit that like button again. Holla. Bye.
With the millions. that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat close. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Hard like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, you're looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clever D, the Combat G, and the sports professor.